day. From the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans,
Will Lutz
it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception. He wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
On the coverage.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
10-10 at their own 6-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Jones now on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away. That means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Brady. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take Jones. And the ball's in. And the Buccaneers have it. Think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Saints' 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
3rd down and 12.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Pass complete to
Mike out of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this game. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Carlton Davis picks it. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That's a 36-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jones. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He was looking for Albert Okwuegbunam was the target there. Now Jones throwing again. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are back within a score. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
taken in the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be...
A heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them? They were on him in a hurry.
3rd down and 14.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Jones throwing on 1st down. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. These two teams all tied after one.
14-14.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On second down, it's Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. From the gun, it's Brady. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw again on second down. Brady, a quick pass here to Godwin. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Brady's pass.
Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Jones now on first down. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
For the point after.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And fresh off the pick 6, They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there. Right? They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To Deontay Harris. A gain of 4. It's now second.
Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have moved out in front. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
He got into the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
A gain of 14, but it's now 3rd.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Jones. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He got 29 yards that time. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The veteran safety, George Iloka, there to break that one up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. The final shot before break. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Bradley Pinion to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by George Iloka. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints 6.
Now Brady. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Brady's pass.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Brady in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Loss of 7 yards.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Saints 35.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 10-yard line.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. we can get this done.
One good thing for them, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. From the gun, Jones. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trend.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. William Golston in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded in the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, first and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, second and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now Jones to throw again. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Jones throwing on first down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans! Michael Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Taken in the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, you'll try again on second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Brady. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun.
And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it, and he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Brady now on first down. To Evans on the slant. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
It is good.
And this one through the uprights and good. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Well, throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's out right at the 25. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
25-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jones now off the play fake. That's complete. Okui-Buna. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 38. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Okui-Buna, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Pass there over the middle to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On first and 10, here's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic, third and long after that last sack. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing on third and long. Brady, and that will be incomplete.
Brady's pass intended for Mike Evans.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The Bucs try it on fourth down to come up empty. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really does.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now they're even more comfortable.
And your first thought is a bad blood that went into this guess ahead of time that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a
Touchdown! Chris Godwin with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
The Bucs will set up for the...
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Take over first.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
At the 11-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, Jones. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 30.
Operating from the gun, Jones. There's that man again, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10.
The end result, 21 yards. From the gun, Jones. That's a short here, complete to his tight end. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Number 41.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They run it again with Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
46.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.